Happy people are failures because they are on such good terms with themselves. They don't give a damn. The popular idea that a child forgets easily is not an accurate one. Many people go right through life in the grip of an idea which has been impressed on them in very tender years. Dogs are wise. They crawl away into a quiet corner and lick their wounds and do not rejoin the world until they are whole once more. There's too much tendency to attribute to God the evils that man does of his own free will. There is nothing more thrilling in this world, I think, than having a child that is yours, and yet is mysteriously a stranger. I don't think necessity is the mother of invention. Invention, in my opinion, arises directly from idleness, possibly also from laziness, to save oneself trouble. Most successes are unhappy. That's why they are successes. They have to reassure themselves about themselves by achieving something that the world will notice. Any woman can fool a man if she wants to, and if he's in love with her. Crime is terribly revealing. Try and vary your methods as you will, your tastes, your habits, your attitude of mind, and your soul is revealed by your actions. Never do anything yourself that others can do for you. It is a curious thought, but it is only when you see people looking ridiculous that you realize just how much you love them. Too much mercy often resulted in further crimes which were fatal to innocent victims, who need not have been victims if justice had been put first and mercy second. Evil is not something superhuman. It's something less than human. Where large sums of money are concerned, it is advisable to trust nobody. An archaeologist is the best husband a woman can have. The older she gets, the more interested he is in her. Very few of us are what we seem. Fear is incomplete knowledge. Nobody knows what another person is thinking. They may imagine they do, but they are nearly always wrong. I like living. I have sometimes been wildly, despairingly, acutely miserable, racked with sorrow. But through it all, I still know, quite certainly, that just to be alive is a grand thing. Everything must be taken into account. If the fact will not fit the theory, let the theory go. Good advice is always certain to be ignored, but that's no reason not to give it. One must accept the fact that we have only one companion in this world, a companion who accompanies us from the cradle to the grave, our own self. Get on good terms with that companion. Learn to live with yourself. It's what's in yourself that makes you happy or unhappy. Time does not dispose of a question. It only presents it anew in a different guise. The young people think the old people are fools. But the old people know the young people are fools. But the old people know the young people are fools. One doesn't recognize the really important moments in one's life until it's too late. The tragedy of life is that people do not change. An appreciative listener is always stimulating. The human face is, after all, nothing more nor less than a mask. Courage is not an ability one either possesses or lacks. Courage is the willingness to engage in a risk, taking behavior regardless of whether the consequences are unknown or possibly adverse. We are capable of courageous behavior, provided we are willing to engage in it, given that life offers few guarantees. All living requires risk-taking. Trust only movement. Life happens at the level of events, not of words. Trust movement. It is the individual who is not interested in his fellow men who has the greatest difficulties in life and provides the greatest injury to others. It is from among such individuals that all human failures spring. If you place your head in a lion's mouth, then you cannot complain one day if he happens to bite it off. The saddest thing in life and the hardest to live through is the knowledge that there is someone you love very much who you cannot save from suffering. When the fact doesn't meet the theory, then let go. The theory. I did not deceive you, mon ami. At most, I permitted you to deceive yourself. It is really a hard life. Men will not be nice to you if you are not good looking, and women will not be nice to you if you are. Assumptions are dangerous things. The truth, however ugly in itself, is always curious and beautiful to seekers after it. Bitterness leads nowhere. It turns back on itself. It is the eternal cull, Zach. Our weapon is our knowledge. But remember, it may be a knowledge we may not know that we possess. No innocent person ever has an alibi. A weak man in a corner is more dangerous than a strong man. Time is the best killer.